Hello guys, this is You Can Pre-Grow again on your screen, and today we are going to discuss some few tips what we got to do when our piglets are weaned. What we got to do when our piglets are weaned. We know most time the little piglet that we wean may have some issue surviving, and it is obvious that if you cannot keep your piglet alive, that means you cannot keep your pig alive, because it is this piglet that will grow to become the mature pigs that we will sell and make our money as farmers. So if you are not able to save the life of your piglet, that means you will be losing a lot of pigs. It may be that your piglet was healthy when it was with the mother during the time it was sucking breast, but when you wean them, you discover that they starting having issue and sometimes dying. So what do we got to do in order to save their lives so that you keep progressing in your farm? Well, there are a lot of issues that related to the little pig that we have, that is the piglet. For example, most farmers will complain that after they wean their pig, they discover that they were having diarrhea. Yes, they will discover that when they give them feed, they will be having a lot of droplet, that is diarrhea, and their droplet will be very watery and sometimes whitish in color or milky in color, which is not good with them. Most time, some of the farmers will overlook it. They will say, okay, after some time, maybe that sickness or disease will go by itself. But before they know it, they discover that the piglet started to get lean, started to get slimmer, and at the end may die or may stop growing. So in that case, what should we do? What should be done when we discover that our piglet is eating but is having diarrhea, shitting, that is having a lot of droplets, which is very watery? What do we have to do? Well, earlier I have a video when I talk about that we need to have a vet doctor in our farm and report all the necessary problem that we are having in our farm related to our animal health. Report to the vet doctor and get the association and treatment. But most time there are some issues that we got to do that will help in controlling most of our problem that we have with our little piglet. When talking about our piglet having a lot of droplet or having diarrhea, it may be due to the food that we are giving to this piglet after they have been weaned. Most of this diarrhea may result from the food that we are giving to this piglet after they have been weaned, and that may contribute to why they are having that whitish color sheet or brownish in color sheet. There are some food that we have which is called broiler starter. It is most of the feed that are given to the piglet here in Africa and Nigeria when they are weaned. But we discover that there is a lot of company that specialize in producing this animal feed, this broiler starter. We have a lot of companies. We have top feed, we have hybrid, we have a lot of them. You can name them. Most of these companies that produce this feed, we know that these feed are specializing on bird, not on pigs. But we only use it in pigs because it's what is available at the moment for us to give to our pig, because it's balanced in all the vitamin and this and so. But most time we discover that when we give this food or this feed to the little piglet, they will start, either they will be shitting or they will have one problem or the other. In this case, what should we do? Well, that does not mean that we will stop giving this feed to our animal, no. but rather it means that we have to do some experiments. Some farmer will say, I give this one was good, my pig was not having diarrhea. This one will say, I give this one. This one will say, I give this one. We have almost about 5 types of these 5 or 6 companies producing this broiler starter around. We discover that if you give this one branch from stock feed company, your pig will be okay. Some people will say, I have been giving them hybrid, they were not okay, or they were okay. Some people will say, I've given the amobin, they were okay, or they were not okay. So in this case, what you got to do, you have to give the one that you know that your pig was okay when it was given to them. If you give your pig top feed and you discover that the top feed starter you give to your pig, they were having diarrhea, they were not good, then you now go to amobin. If you give the amobin and they are okay, that means you continue with amobin with that particular set of piglet. Then if you give amobin, they are not okay, that means you move over to hybrid. Yes, among the 3 of them or 4 of them, or among the 6 companies that we have around, one of them will be suitable with your own piglet, and you continue with that one. Discover that when you give this one, your pig is no more having this brownish color or watery droplet and all that, then you continue with that one. Well, some other farmers will have a process of formulating food for their piglet. If you are to formulate food for your piglet, that means you have to have a high knowledge in feed productivity. You have to have a high knowledge in feed productivity if you are to formulate food for your piglet, because there are a lot of vitamins which are required in the body of those young piglets before they can survive. So you have to balance, not only to have those vitamins, but you have to balance them with the necessary quantity and percentage. So if you cannot do this, it's better you go for the broiler starter. Yes, because this broiler starter that you go over to read, this one is the one that was produced by the company. They know the amount of protein, they know the amount of vitamin, they know the amount of this, and that would be good. But if you are to formulate your own food that you want to give to your little piglet, that means you must have a high knowledge on food, animal feed productivity. You know the percentage of this, how many percent you have to produce in this, and where you have to get the right source of it, and how to keep it from bacterial attack, so that you will not have a loss instead of a gain. So in this way, we prefer that you go for already produced standard feed, which is either one of these companies that I've just mentioned, broiler starter from top feed, broiler starter from a hybrid, broiler starter from Mobin, or any of them. So when you go to that particular one, you discover that your pig, either they are having diarrhea after eating them, then you move to the other one. You will not just take your money and buy a whole bag of broiler starter in top feed. No, you have to go for small quantity of it. When you get a small quantity of it, give it to your pig, observe them for about 1 week. If they are okay with that one, that is after you might have given it all necessary medication, you can stay with that one. But if you give them this Toffee and Mobin, they are still having diarrhea, that means you have to move either to hybrid or to Mobin or whatsoever of them. When you give them the one that they will be okay, that means you will settle on that one. Well, that was You've Pig Grow. We were discovering briefly how we could save the life of our piglet by means of our food. Not all the problem that our piglet have is because of sickness or so. The food may also be contributing, especially the one we start them with. So that was a little tip on what you got to do in order to help your piglet to survive. If you love this video, please consider subscribing. Bye bye.